There will be a lot of people who will distort the purpose of this video. That's why I want to warn you in advance. This video is not suitable for everyone. If you are someone who indiscriminately jumps at every sexual opportunity, feigns moral outrage while harboring suspicious desires, or hides behind the mask of honesty, this video is not for you. This video is definitely not suitable for people who covet each other, have a different fantasy for every face they see in their minds, perceive every look, every gesture, every outfit as an invitation, engage in prostitution but never engage in promiscuity, and create the image of being the most honorable person in the world by walking around like a monument of morality. This video goes deeper. It's about getting off, exploring a philosophy that goes beyond cheap thrills and superficial impulses by exploring the Stoic perspective on sexuality. Don't expect this video to glorify or romanticize sex. We won't sugarcoat anything or tell you to unleash your inner animal. Instead, we'll draw on the wisdom of the ancient Stoics who lived 2,000 years ago. They offer a radical but surprisingly relevant look at these most primitive impulses. We will reveal how the Stoics viewed sex as a natural part of life, not a moral battleground. We will explore the importance they placed on self-control, moderation, and respect for others, and we will challenge the conventional wisdom that equates sexual freedom with happiness. This video is a call to think critically, rather than just reacting instinctively. It's an invitation to question your assumptions, expand your perspective, and discover a more mindful, deliberate, and ultimately more fulfilling approach to life. So if you're ready to challenge the status quo and explore a different way of thinking about sex, stick around, because this will be a journey. How did the ancient Stoics, masters of logic and virtue, approach sex, love, and relationships? Were they chaste people who did not know what passion was, or secret hedonists? And more importantly, how can their wisdom help us face the complexities of modern intimacy? If these questions have crossed your mind, you are in the right place. In this video, you will learn about Stoic philosophy. We're going to examine 9 key insights that offer a surprisingly pertinent and refreshing perspective on sexuality. But before we dive in, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on future explorations. And trust me, you'll want to stay until the end. Sex is one of the most fundamental and universal human experiences. It can be a source of immense pleasure, connection, and joy, but it can also create pain, heartbreak, and regret. It can enhance our well-being or become a destructive obsession. So how do we navigate this complex terrain? How can we enjoy sex without becoming its slave? How can we develop healthy, satisfying relationships that balance logic, pleasure, and virtue, and respect our partners? The Stoics, with their emphasis on reason, virtue, and living in accordance with nature, offer a unique and valuable framework for understanding and approaching sexuality. The Stoics did not view sex as an ultimate goal, but rather as a natural part of life. Their approach emphasized self-control, moderation, and respect for others. The first thing the Stoics taught us about sex is that it is natural and unreserved. The Stoics offer a very insightful view of sex. Sex is a natural part of human existence, an innate morality. This does not mean that they viewed sexuality as something unimportant. On the contrary, they viewed it as a fundamental aspect of our biological and social nature. The Stoics believed that everything in the universe, including ourselves, was governed by a rational order, a cosmic intelligence they called logos. This logos also exists within us, and it allows us to reason and act in harmony with nature. So how does sexuality fit into this picture? For the Stoics, Sex is one of the many natural drives we experience. It has a biological purpose like hunger or thirst, for reproduction and bonding. It is also a natural drive we share with other animals. But unlike other drives, sex emotions are often entangled in a web of expectations and social norms. The Stoics encouraged us to see sex for what it is, a natural impulse, not something to be ashamed of or overly celebrated. It is neither good nor bad by nature. Rather, it is indifferent in itself. Its moral value lies in how we choose to use it. This naturalistic approach of the Stoics does not mean that they advocated unlimited indulgence, but rather that they encouraged careful engagement with sex, using reason to guide our actions and ensure that our sexual behavior is compatible with our pursuit of a virtuous and fulfilling life. In the Stoic view, sex is not the ultimate goal of life, but it is a means to wisdom and moderation. It is not tyrannical, and our happiness depends on how skillfully we use it. What the Stoics taught us about sex is that they distinguished between the main types of love based on Greek words and valued each according to its contribution to human flourishing. They were aware of 3 basic types, each with its own characteristics and role in a fulfilling life. They defined a type of love as filia, friendship, which is love based on mutual respect, trust, and shared values. Filia is concerned with a genuine bond of the kind that uplifts both parties and fosters a sense of community. The Stoics viewed filia as the most valuable form of love because it is compatible with virtue, reason, and the human natural tendency towards social harmony. Eros, romantic love, is passionate, often intense, love associated with desire and physical attraction. The Stoics acknowledged eros but warned against excessive attachment to it. It is unstable, irrational, and needs to be restrained by reason and self-control. Agape is a broader, more inclusive love for humanity as a whole. Personal love without regard to or attraction. It is compassion for all beings and a feeling of benevolence and goodwill. Although agape may seem less emotional than filia or eros, the Stoics viewed it as a powerful force for good in the world. The Stoics did not view these types of love as mutually exclusive. They can coexist and even enhance each other. Together they emphasized the importance of prioritizing filia and agape over eros. Why? Because eros, when left uncontrolled, can easily become a source of chaos, distraction, and even pain. Stoics advocated not suppressing desire, but directing it in a way that promotes virtue, happiness, and meaningful connections. According to the Stoic view, a life rich in filia and agape is a life well lived. While eros is enjoyable, it should be approached with moderation and judgment, always keeping in mind the pursuit of a broader life guided by reason and virtue. The Stoics' perspective on sex offers a rational, balanced, and virtuous approach to one of the most important aspects of human life. By applying these insights, we can transform our relationship with sex, develop greater self-awareness, and create more meaningful and satisfying connections. Whether you are single, in a relationship, struggling with sexual issues, or just curious about different perspectives, consider these Stoic insights. If you found this video helpful or interesting, please consider sharing it with others who might benefit. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future explorations of Stoicism and the art of living well. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Live wisely, be Stoic, and stay strong.